and the sideways jump. We'll go back. The front kick. There's two versions. One's a snap kick. Notice I didn't move Bob a lot, but I sent a nice little shockwave through his body. And then a pushing kick, right? Which gets him off of me. I strike with the ball of the foot, not the toes. Imagine if I hit with my toes, how that would affect my foot. It would be bad. Some people like to hit with the full foot or the heel. You're spreading the damage out over a larger area, it hurts less. You want to hurt more, right? So here, for a snap kick, and here for a push kick. Notice the push kick works the glutes. We want to rock forward. Right? If you're doing this, the best you can hope for is a snap kick. You have to go here to get this push. So my butt goes forward, it stretches the front of the leg, the quad, and the hip flexor. Let's get 3 people in a line. Roundhouse kick. All right? A lot of ways to do a round kick. I could technically hit with the top of the foot. It's legit to do that, right? Particularly to the head. Particularly if they're out of range, just trying to reach them, right? But mostly we want to hit with the last few inches of the shin bone, okay? We want to turn on this base foot to make the power. So if I don't turn on the base foot, I can still hit them, it's just not going to have as much power, right? If I can, I want to step to the angle, or I want to turn on the ball here and kick harder. Now when I go to make this kick, if I push, I can get some knockdown action going on. All right? It's a harder kick for that pushing power. It's really not designed to get people off of you. But you can hit the ribs, you can hit the legs, here, right, here. If I'm close enough, I can hit with the shin to the head. Can we do it?
Yes, sir.
All right, do the best you can, make good kick. Feeling that in the shin bone? A little bit? All right. Ultimately, we have to, the shin isn't really designed to be impacting things, all right? So I can definitely hit with the bottom of the foot or the heel. You can take a lot more, you can give a lot more damage that way. The shin you have to toughen up. So again, you could, start working the hard part so that you can toughen up that bone, okay? It takes a long time. If you feel it here, don't try this one yet. 1,000 kicks here, and then 1 kick here. And then you're like, okay, maybe go back to here. Yeah. All right? So again, we want to toughen up that bone because sooner or later somebody's going to block and you'll kick that elbow and you're going to get a knock, right? Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, people that think they know Muay Thai say there's no such thing as a side kick, and I watch the Thai guys throwing these great side kicks. If you Google Muay Thai side kick, you'll find lots of guys that are teaching this in legit professional fighters and professional gyms and so forth. You're going to see this, right? So when I go to throw mine, I could come all the way up here, out and back, right? It's a longer kick. I like to throw mine on the lead leg. You can step into the action here. You can fade away and kick from there. It's up to you. What I'm going to tell you that you really want to do is get the leg moving like a piston. This way. So the round kick goes this way. The front kick goes this way. It's an action at the knee. And most of the action is in the hip here, right? It's a lot of glute work. I like to be close. They're going to try to punch a kick at me. I fade away. They get the shoulder. And then I drive the side kick. The blade is what you want to hit with, right? The heel is okay. The blade. Not the edge of the toes and not the toes. The blade this way with good alignment to the body. The more you turn this foot here, the more power you're going to get from the support leg. This makes for a great position. This isn't bad, but the ankle will tend to roll and you're not going to have as much power. The Japanese tend to like to do this pop kick. You can tell that's not the same as that. We can push if we align the body properly. Easiest method. Turn away like I'm going to run. The foot's in a good position. I'm looking this way. The knee comes up towards the back elbow. And then I drive straight this way. Okay? Now, if you have difficulty, raise your hand. I'll come help you. First group. Let's make the side kick. Cool. All right. back kick. Now let's talk briefly kind of self-defense. If Caleb is there and he's kind of snuck up on me and I don't have time to turn to face him, he is like right there, I can obviously hit him right in the groin, pop. All right, I can hit him in the knees, pop. These are very simple self-defense kicks, right? We don't typically do those in kickboxing because typically we're expecting to be facing the guy. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
But we still might be in a situation where I need to do a back kick. For example, right, I lead in with jab, cross, and he angles that way. I step, turn, and I hit him with it. Does that make sense?
Sure, sir.
Okay, so the spin back kick is super good. So when we go to line up on our bob, so go to line up on the bob, we kind of want to think, how am I going to get my back to him? I wouldn't go, heck, just front kick him if you're kind of in that situation, right? Front kick is by far better than making that move and exposing your unprotected back. But you can imagine that you could be hitting, right, and you take a step, and you can either go back the way you came, or you can go ahead and finish the turn. So let's kind of do that. We're going to make the long one. This is a long spin back kick. From the back leg, we're going to take a step across the body. We're going to turn, and look. I'm going to bend the knees and I'm going to bend the hips, and I'm going to drive the kick. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. The short one is with the front leg. The front leg is a short step across. Long step this way, off the back leg, or short step. Either one is fine. But if you decide you're going to make the long step, here's the beauty, right? When you kick, you've gone from I'm not in danger, I'm out of range, they can't really hit me, to here, and then boom, you can hit them hard, okay? Again, if you want a short kick this way, boom. Good power in that short side, it's a little bit faster, but you're in closer range. Step, turn is the magic. Step, turn, look. If I can see him over my shoulder, I can kick him. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Somebody's going to make this mistake, and it's okay, because I'm calling it. It's okay. You're going to be looking at me, and you're like, all right, I got to step across. You're going to step a little bit shy. You're going to do this. You're going to go, how did I miss? Well, first of all, you didn't look. I can tell I'm not aligned. You can tell that my leg kind of naturally goes past him, right? So, I step so that my body is in line with him here. That gives me that, I see him, and now I can make the spin kick. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
If you miss, even if you really, really miss good, intentionally trying to hit him, and you just miss, play it off, you know? Regain your cool points with composure. It's all good. Have some fun. Let's make some easy, a couple of very easy assumptions. So if I'm in my stance, and Caleb wants to hit me with the right hand, I have to be a certain distance away. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Maybe he even bends the front knee and goes a little farther for a longer punch, but this is about where I have to be. If I lean back, he misses, but I can still hit him with teep, which is going to be the lead leg kick. Now, how do you want to execute this? It's up to you. He goes to throw the big hand, and I stick him with a little snap kick. It's gonna hurt him. It's gonna be a stun, but it's fast. So if I wanted to make big kick, right? So he goes to make this punch, and I'm trying to still get this leg from back here. I'm gonna get hit. Make sense? So when I fade away, this one becomes open. That just should make sense, right? Now, let's say that he wants to hit me with a jab. I can fade here. My leg is longer than his hand, his arm, I can hit him with side kick. Does that make sense?
Sir.
If he throws the jab, I can angle here and I can hit him this way as well with side kick. Both of those are perfectly acceptable. Okay? So what I want him to do is I just want him to throw the jab, and I'm going to boop. He's going to throw the cross, boop. He's going to throw the jab, boop. He's going to throw the cross, boop. And I'm going to try to get my feet on him with just the front kick and just the side kick. And don't nail him, because if I hit him too hard, he's going to go, your turn's next. And he's going to do it back to me. What I'm working on really is the distance, right? He throws the jab, bop, okay, I didn't move worth a crap. Hits me again, bop, okay, I need to at least block. Oh, this makes sense, now I can hit him. Right? He does that, I make a little move, I can hit him here. So again, I have to get my head out of his range, but my legs are still plenty long. Everybody agree how long my leg is compared to his arm? this is the advantage that I want you to think about if somebody's working the boxing side of kickboxing on you. Can we do it?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see. I gotta be honest with you guys. It would be very unfair of me to say you guys can do this immediately. If somebody throws the jab, you're gonna get this off. It takes some practice, it takes some work, right? So if Kelvin and I are sparring, he throws that jab, I might take the hit, right? I might get the hand on it and be able to block. I might start moving with him a little bit. I might have to feel him out, but people like to throw the jab. And sooner or later, you should be able to bop him, right? Even if you just have your hands up this way, right? Big hands this way, bop, bop. You should be able to get these kicks off with some practice and some timing. Now, here's the problem all new people have is that they're going to tend to want to think it, right? Who remembers the first time they started driving a car? You're like, okay, I know I got to turn it on, I can do that. I got to have my foot on the brake when I put it into gear, okay, I got that. But then you start hitting the gas and you're kind of jerking, right? Because you're overthinking it. After a while, you just don't even think about it, right? Nobody's thinking about it after 6 months to a year driving, not thinking about it, you're just doing it. So again, he throws a jab, he throws a cross, right? Boom, I hit him. He throws the jab, right? Boom, I hit him. He throws the cross, I move, boom, I hit him. I've kind of got the feeling of the car, the automobile, right? I can make a right turn, I can even use a turn indicator when I want to. And it's not every time, by the way. Right? Y'all know who you are.
We're looking at you.
So here's the thing. If I block him across his body this way, now I can also leg kick him. Okay? Muay Thai does a lot of this. So when there goes the jab, I angle here. The kick follows naturally. He jabs, pow, I hit him, okay? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
If he throws jab cross, 1, 2, 3. We can find the leg now. I want you to find the leg. You don't have to nail him hard, but he throws jab, boom. Oh, he was going to throw the cross, I was ready. One is going to lead. So, if I move this hand last, probably it's natural for me to use this leg. So he throws jab, cross, watch. Boom, that makes sense. He throws jab only, boom, that makes sense. Can we do it?
Yes, sir.
Try not to tear your partner up, have some fun. Go. Let's make it Caleb's option. If he wants to block, he can block. If he wants to kick, he can kick. It's up to him. All I'm going to do is I'm going to just help him work on his timing and his distancing, right? So if I try to stick him like this, he's not going to get his kick off. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So I'm trying to give him something to work with. I'm going to aim for his chin. I promise you, if he doesn't move his chin, I'm at least going to touch him. He's going to go right to the chin, right? Every single time, right to the chin. So he gets to block, and he gets to kick however he wants, right? He can throw the front kick and the side kick as well, his option, right? Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Now, if he hits me a little bit too hard and I go, he should immediately do what?
Sorry.
My bad.
My bad, I'm sorry, you all right? Check on me, show a little compassion. But then ultimately, not make the same mistake twice. If he hits me too many times hard, I'm gonna be like, dude, you can get the gloves. Right? You know, you hit me hard, we gotta, this is, you wanna fight, I can tell. Keep it reasonable, right? I can do this and not hurt him, or I can kick him in the groin or whatever else, and we know we can hurt each other. It takes a little bit more skill to intentionally not hurt somebody than to be wild and just gank somebody up, right?
Sure.
Your option. You can front kick, you can side kick, you can round kick. All they're gonna do is feed you jabs and jab crosses or just crosses. They're gonna change it up. They're gonna move around a little bit, right? Let's keep the hands up. It's gonna look like you're fighting, just in slower motion. Go.